What's up, folks? It's been a while, I know. Stu Myrick here, Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. Hope you are doing well. Um, yes, we started a little later because Justin Simmons, my ever-loving co-host, running late with work. So hopefully he'll be here about 8:15, which is why I started at 8. Not to mention, plus, because it's Royal Rumble weekend, kind of a fun, once in a while. So we're also hopefully going to have Eddie Cross from Fight Night, the great MMA show that precedes us on the Horn. And of course, Eddie fills in for Justin quite a bit when Justin's out. Eddie fills in and does a great job with me. So we're gonna have some fun. As has been the norm, we have one segment in the can. Our first segment's in the can already, ready to go. I was able to get Mickie James for a bit earlier today. It was great to catch up with her. Those of you that have seen the show, have heard, listened to the show years past, you know that I'm usually the anchor for the Horn Super Bowl coverage on site. I'm usually in the Super Bowl city, but due to COVID-19 and some other things, some other factors, it made sense not to go to Tampa this year for Super Bowl 55. And usually that's where I get to chat with and sometimes even hang out a little bit with Mickie James. So at least we were able to get together on the phone and had a great conversation. So it was good to talk to her. Hopefully we can pick our in-person connection back up next year when the Super Bowl goes to Los Angeles, to SoFi Stadium. But this year, no Tampa Bay, no Tampa. Kind of a historic one, Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers, the first team in Super Bowl history to play in a Super Bowl in their home stadium. So they will be the NFC representative taking on the defending Super Bowl champions and the AFC representative, the Kansas City Chiefs. So I've heard a lot of goat versus baby goat in relation to Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. So yeah, this will be our Royal Rumble preview. There's not as of right now, it's Tuesday night. So as of right now, we only have 5 matches to talk about. That's including the 2 Royal Rumble matches. So, yeah, so far, not a whole lot. I think that might be a little bit by design. I got a feeling we'll see one or two more matches scheduled for SmackDown when SmackDown airs Friday night on Fox. And we shall see. As Eddie Cross has walked in, he's putting down his stuff. I'll let him get settled. Here he comes. No, you're in the third seat this time. Yes, you're in the third seat. But hey, because Justin is coming.
Are we sure?
Yes, Justin is coming. We are sure.
Like a winner?
Well, he said 8:15. So, but yes, there you go. Put it right there. That's number 3 right there.
Oh.
There you
There
go.
we are.
How you been?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good. Say hello to the YouTube universe. I don't know how many we got. Maybe 3.
Hello, universe.
Yes. So I was just talking about the first segment is already in the can.
Mickie James?
Mickie James.
Nice.
My usual Super Bowl encounter, except, neither one of us are going to be in Tampa. Well, yeah, neither one of us are going to be in Tampa for the Super Bowl. So at least we were able to connect on the phone, which was, it was nice. It was great to talk to her.
It's very important.
Well, she's been a fun person to talk to in person. And, even hang out a little bit. We've been in a couple parties together. or at least same parties, not together. I don't want the NWA World Heavyweight Champion coming after me.
You're not walking in
Because
with
Nick,
James on your
I
arm.
like Nick. Believe me, I like Nick Ali. He and I have had some conversations before. So, but yeah, there's a great picture. In fact, a little bit of a preview. We were talking about how she likes dressing up as much as she likes wearing jeans and boots
and tassels.
And there is a picture from last year. So myself and Joe Roderick, who does radio in St. Louis, used to be the co-host for Road Warrior Animals podcast. He and I were at a party thrown by Dominic McNabb.
And now you're just name dropping.
Yeah. They hadn't. I hadn't even got. And Jamie Foxx was there.
Oh, come on.
And Mickey was there, and we got a nice picture. The three of us looking. She looked fantastic. Joe and I looked. We looked okay.
Like you. Yeah, that's okay.
We looked okay. We were in coat. We were at least in sport coats.
You've earned it.
So, but it was a nice little event. One of those free food, free booze. Most people pay a lot of money to get in.
First you were name dropping, now you're just rubbing it in.
Oh, believe me, that's half the fun of Super Bowl week, is going to these things.
I believe it.
And that's what makes me sad about next week. And besides the fact, not there, not in the middle of everything, not running around trying to get 43 interviews, for a day, but also not going to the different parties. The Ditka and Jaws Cigars with the Stars, which is always a fantastic event. Tasting the NFL. I mean, that's a huge part, especially the weekend.
You can't go down to Knuckle Mania and see Paige Van Zandt bare knuckle boxing.
That's true. I was hoping, I was crossing my fingers because it is in Tampa, which is also where the Thunderdome is. So I was thinking maybe if I get there and I'm able to finagle it, maybe I can get inside the Thunderdome to see either Royal Rumble or at least Raw, but not going to happen. And it's too far between there and Jacksonville to go to AEW Dynamite. Oh yeah. That one I got a little bit of a better chance thanks to Dustin. So, but be that as may, not going this year. We'll pick it back up in Los Angeles next year at SoFi Stadium.
Yeah, that's a tough consolation prize.
At least it's. I'll go to the West Coast for the. Let's see. Well, we were in San Francisco for 50, and then we've been Houston, Minneapolis, Atlanta, Miami. So and then Tampa. So back to the West Coast next year.
Sheesh.
Plus hopefully I'll get credential for the game as well, which means I get to watch Super Bowl in SoFi Stadium. I've done 2. I've got 2 games so far.
Yeah, I'm rooting for you.
53, which was the snoozer. Patriots, beat the Rams, but it wasn't exactly an offensive explosion.
Oh, yeah.
And then last year, which was a fantastic game, the Chiefs. That was a loud crowd in person when you saw the Chiefs coming back.
Where was that one?
That was at Hard Rock Stadium, Miami.
Okay.
And it was fantastic. It was just a great game. So yeah. How have you been? What's been going on with you?
I'm good, man. We had a crazy pay-per-view this past weekend.
Yes.
Fight Island.
Yes.
Lafayette's Dustin Poirier knocked out Conor McGregor.
I saw that.
And I told Dustin it was going to happen. I told Jordan it was going to happen.
Right.
I told him the guy in the co-main, Michael Chandler, who just came over from Bellator, former lightweight champion. Told him he was going to get a win, too.
Okay.
He didn't believe me. I was again right.
All right.
I'm like, you got to listen to me. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Half the time.
I get you.
But yeah, then we got nothing until Super Bowl weekend. We get like a weekend off.
Right.
But there's a good boxing matchup this weekend. The Battle of the Calebs.
Right. I think I heard something about that.
Yeah, for their corner of Canelo's championship.
Yes.
So he's got 3 of them. There's a Brit with 1 of them. And then Caleb Plant, who's from Tennessee, has the other one. So hopefully this year they can
getting back to Conor McGregor, is this it for Conor? Is he gonna? No, he's gonna fight. No. He's gonna come back and do another one.
There's way too much ego involved to go out like that.
Okay.
Now, if you've only been watching him for a short time, you think, what's the big deal? All he does is lose. But it's not that way.
No.
I assure you.
No, it's not that way.
He's just finally facing the cream of the crop.
Right.
And the people that he's facing, even though you don't know their names, they have been putting in the work.
Right.
And they are badass.
Right. And they're, it's all, eventually Father Time catches up with everybody.
But he's only like 32.
True.
Which in MMA years, that's your prime.
Right.
Yeah, those
right.
25-year-olds, 24-year-olds, they haven't had enough experience, even if they've been doing martial arts their whole lives.
Okay.
Inside the cage, inside the octagon, it's a whole different scenario.
Right.
So, yeah, about 30, 32, 35, those are the golden years.
Okay.
So he's in them.
Yeah, he's in them.
He can't fight once a year and expect to keep up with everyone.
Right. He's going to have to get a little bit more of a regular schedule.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, UFC fighters usually fight, 3-4 times a year?
Usually about 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you're a champ, and sometimes it's like once or twice.
Right. Plus, with and you and I have talked about this, all the different fight nights and pay-per-views, all the content that's being created for ESPN, you got to imagine he's going to have plenty of opportunities to get back in the octagon.
Oh, there's no shortage of challengers.
Right.
The problem is the lightweight division is a murderer's row.
Is it?
I was counting when we did our show, and there's about 5 to 7 former champs or interim champs in the top 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So no slackers there.
No, not a bit.
So, anyway, yeah, it's I saw that, I thought, wow, that's pretty big because Conor, again, contrary to those that think haven't seen him very much, Conor doesn't lose that much.
No.
So this was, we're not talking Floyd Mayweather kind of stuff, but it's
Speaking of which, that's probably the problem. Because he had that huge Mayweather fight.
Really?
Made himself $100 million.
And decided to lay low.
Well, no, yeah, then you start fighting less. And who was it? I think Marvin Hagler said it's hard to get out of bed when you're in silk sheets.
True.
Something to that effect.
Very true.
And Dana White has literally said that's one reason he doesn't like to pay guys as much. Mm-hmm. Because it's hard to get them to fight as often.
And
if I had $100 million, you wouldn't be punching me in the face.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. No. There's no way. I understand that to a certain degree. Maybe, there could be a little bit more pay, maybe, but it's not like they're going poor.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, he's got his whiskey or rum, whatever it is, Proper 12.
That's it's Irish whiskey.
Irish whiskey, yeah.
Yes.
He's got his clothing line. He's got a couple of lifestyle brands or fitness sites, fitness apps.
He's
like
not
Brock
hurting.
Lesnar.
Yeah, he's not hurting.
He'll come back when he wants to.
Right.
Hopefully now, though, after getting his butt handed to him for the first time like that, he wants to.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like me and Jordan actually agreed on this one. Hopefully the next fight for him is Nate Diaz.
That would be a good one.
Because he needs someone to bring back that eye of the tiger in him.
Yeah.
Someone that's going to talk trash. The matured Conor McGregor, that's kind of getting his butt whooped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey. Speaking of, and this is something I haven't even thought about, and, we'll talk about it later when Justin gets here, but do you ever see a point where Brock decides, hey, I want more money, and tells Vince, back the Brinks truck up and I'll play some more?
I think he would tell Vince that, but not Dana. I think you
I
got
think
a much
he's
easier
done.
time.
Yeah, I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah, like I said, you have that much money. Why are you getting punched in the face?
Right.
If you can go put on a show for, say, he makes $5 million a year,
right,
as opposed to getting punched in the face for like 1.5, which one are you going to do?
Right. Say if WWE once the pandemic is over and all this stuff is cleared out, say WWE starts picking back up those Saudi Arabia shows. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could easily see Brock coming up, going to Saudi for, because they get huge bucks.
Like taking the Undertaker's place.
Right. He'll get the Undertaker money for, going to Saudi, mopping somebody up. Whether I hope it's not Ricochet again, but just taking somebody out.
I was going to say, I hope it's not Kofi again.
Pull a Goldberg on him, just spear, spear F5 and head to the back. Yeah. So, yeah, I get that. I really do. Yeah, I hope to God it's not Kofi. Kofi's still recuperating from. What was
it?
it?
Broken jaw?
Yeah, jaw injury.
Man.
Yeah.
The New Day, they're just like trading off.
Well,
first Xavier's out with, what was it?
Xavier had
Achilles?
it was Achilles. He was out for a long time.
Now Kofi's
They
out with
finally
the jaw.
come. Yeah, they finally get them back together. Then they separate them. Big E's on SmackDown, and now Kofi's out.
That still upsets me. There's no reason you had to take Big E out of the New Day to push him as a single star. You didn't do it with Kofi?
It's WWE.
It's
the same thing with breaking up the Iconics.
Don't get me started with breaking up the Iconics. I'm still upset about that.
Neither one of them have benefited from that.
No.
You throw Peyton Royce into a random tag team with Lacey Evans, and that lasted all of 3 minutes, and now Lacey's flirting around with Ric Flair.
Much better storyline for her.
Meanwhile, Billy Kay, isn't doing squat. It's a comedy act, which the Iconics were a little bit, but at least they were funny together.
They were early on Edge and Christian.
Yeah.
Like 10-second pose Edge and Christian.
Yes, absolutely.
But no, someone doesn't like tag teams.
It's there's a lot of stuff though. Let me ask you this, because we probably won't. Because Justin and I've talked about this, and I'm not going to bother with it much. Give me your impression of what we are seeing from Alexa Bliss.
I like the heel turn of it, but the supernatural part, I'm over. It seems like they're doing kind of a Poison Ivy thing, like the girlfriend of the maniac.
Yes.
And if she was just,
just a maniac,
yeah, I'm down with that. Now the supernatural thing, I can do without.
Now, and it has been well documented on this show that I am not a Fiend fan. I laugh at this stuff because it is just so absurd, and the stuff with Alexa, like she had more wardrobe changes last night than if she was hosting the Oscars or something.
Well, see, the thing is, Vince had such success with The Undertaker and his supernatural gimmick that he keeps trying to recreate it, it seems like.
And that's something that Justin and I have gotten into about, why did The Undertaker work and The Fiend? And I keep saying it was a different time.
Yeah. And also, I'm one of the few people who preferred the Biker Taker to the Undertaker Taker.
I lean that way. I do too.
And I'm really glad that his last match was coming off the bike.
Right. I couldn't agree more. And he mentioned, this was the unholy trinity, the Undertaker, Prince of Darkness, Badass. The three. I've seen at least a few sources where they compare what we saw with Alexa Bliss I guess it was last night to Mick Foley, Three Faces of Foley. I'm going, oh good Lord, no. First of all, Cactus Jack, and as Justin Simmons comes in, what's up, bud? Cactus Jack was a long established character of Mick Foley's, long before Dude Love and Mankind.
Yeah, it's like Booker T going back to G.I. Bro.
Exactly.
It's just more like multiple personalities as opposed to being
right. And there was nothing, and not to mention there was nothing supernatural about it. It was just he said he wanted to come out as Cactus Jack, and then he wanted to put on the stinky mask and be Mankind, and then he decided he wanted the shades and the tie-dye and be Dude Love. So yeah, I shudder at the comparison. I see what they're trying to say. Mm-hmm. I completely disagree with it. Hi, Justin.
Hi, but I believe that Mick had more behind the purposes. He didn't just simply walk out as those characters.
Yes.
And that's what I'm saying. Explained it too.
And that's the thing, yeah. Cactus Jack was a long-established character, long before we ever saw Mankind do Love.
But Dude Love was the original character because he came up with that as a kid.
Right, he came up with that as a kid.
So it's
but
like
when
these
he
things
entered,
were way long established into his own Retrocon, which is really cool because he actually was able to play out his dream.
But I think most people, when they saw Mick Foley in a wrestling ring the first time, his early in his career, not as a kid, but when he was actually wrestling.
Oh, well, if you're from Texas, yeah, definitely.
You saw him as Cactus Jack. In fact, he was called Cactus Jack Manson in World Class.
I didn't even know there was a last name.
Yeah.
Yep.
They called him Cactus Jack Manson.
Well, he looked like Charles
in World
Manson.
Class. Yeah, it was that way. And then, of course, they shortened it to Cactus Jack when he went to WCW. But it was still, it was a little more organic, I think.
Very much
so. How you been? How's the commentary? How's the play-by-play gigs?
Oh, it went well. It went really well.
Mr. ESPN3
Well,
star of the year.
I was on Plus this week.
Oh, you're on Plus.
Yeah.
Oh, so people had to pay to see you.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm glad part of my $5 is going to you.
Yeah. Thanks.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
So
did we already talk about that? Because I felt that was the big one.
No, we have not gotten on the air yet. So
I was like,
this is just stuff that I didn't think we were going to talk much about because we've already done the first segment with Mickey James. So this segment is going to be like the 14, 15 minutes. And then, third segment's a little, 5, 6. And then, but we'll talk about some of the stuff. And then we will, after we record the show, pull the table over. We'll do the Royal Rumble pool draw.
And that's when I just lose my money again.
Are you just here to try to see? Oh, I need to send you the money.
Yes, you're the last one. I got it from everybody else. Chad uses Venmo.
What?
Oh, you have Venmo now?
I
have Venmo. Yes.
Yo, I'll just Venmo it to you. I'm sorry. I thought you only had PayPal. That's why.
No, I have Venmo too.
I can't.
But I figured everybody uses PayPal too, so I just.
Oh no, wait.
But yes, I have Venmo.
Oh,
see,
that's
I have
so
PayPal
much easier.
and Cash App, but I didn't get Venmo because there's already enough things with my banking information.
Right. I get you.
No, everyone's got one of the other ones too. Just give me those. I don't need a third one.
But apparently, Chad's lovely wife Wendy showed him how to do Venmo.
I was gonna say that must have been a Wendy thing.
Yes, and so Chad was able to Venmo me. So
who I'm assuming was watching on Saturday because she's an ex-Jack.
She is. Yes, she is a proud SFA alum. So I bet she was. So
I run into way more of those than I originally had thought, but there are tons.
There are. Cool. There are quite a few. Hey, Nacogdoches reaches far and wide, believe me, and not just because of the trees. So, all right, let's make some radio magic.
Okay, hang on a second.
Yes, hang on a second.
For like the last 5 minutes, I've been thinking, oh, look, my fries underneath the AC.
I had a feeling. See, I knew it. I knew he was gonna have Whataburger on him.
Hey,
I don't know why.
Dude, it's the best.
I toes into intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting.
Okay.
Today is a protein bar.
Okay.
What flavor? Lemon.
Okay.
Couple of slim fasts.
Nice.
Ooh,
All right.
I'm not even sure if the lemon bar sounds exciting when it's protein flavor.
Let me tell you, when you haven't eaten all day,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty damn good.
There you go.
You're like,
That's
okay,
true.
it's great.
It's it's kind of like what we used to say about MREs in the Army. You're rolling around in the woods so long, even those taste pretty decent. So.
Well, I mean, an MRE sounds better than having to trap and then eat my own catch in the middle of a jungle.
No, that would be better because at least it's fresh.
You think so? You would take the fresh lizard
obviously,
over MRE?
it depends on what you're trapping.
I mean, do we have salt on us? Probably not. Let's just be honest. If it was between that, having to hunt all day or have the MRE, I just take the MRE.
Yeah, I guess you're right. All right, let's
The
let's
MRE
make some
is
magic.
guaranteed
Yeah, that's true. Let's make some magic.
to taste awful.
Can you dig it, sucker? Hi, this is Booker T, 5-time champion. You're listening to the Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. Now, can you dig it, sucker? Can you dig it, sucker?
Sports Guys Talking Wrestling on the horn. Stu Myrick. We got to do a little introduction because one guy I haven't seen in several weeks. One guy I haven't seen in at least 2 weeks. First of all, to my right, my co-host, my tag team partner. He is none other than Justin Smash Simmons.
Thanks for letting me drop in. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Been on the road.
I know. You've been, like I said, making ESPN all sorts of money with the ESPN Plus work that you're doing.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. I'm still looking for the root canal and looking for a good price.
Well, there you go.
But, it is what it is.
And then to his right, fresh off the appearance, his hosting duties from Fight Night, it is our good friend. What's up, Eddie?
How's it going, guys?
It's going. It is not wrestling. It's the road to WrestleMania that starts this weekend.
Royal Rumble.
Before we jump in the car
The
and
driveway to Royal Rumble to the road to WrestleMania.
yeah,
Okay. which stops at Fastlane in the Elimination Chamber.
it's like Fastlane's like a Buc-ee's.
Right.
You just kind of lay over.
Yeah.
I was thinking Elimination Chamber's like a Buc-ee's because you really want to go inside there.
It is big.
Well, no, you want to get out, actually.
Actually, you want to get out of Buc-ee's too.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's
depending
true.
on which
too
one
many
you go
people.
to.
Yeah.
But I was going to ask you, Eddie, before we jumped into everything on this, road to WrestleMania, was it a waste of money this past weekend with the fight, or
No.
You felt you got your money's worth?
It was great.
Okay.
If you're a Dustin Poirier fan, like pretty much anyone who follows it closely is, because he's one of the best guys in the business. I mean, he's got a foundation that gives lots of money. He was talking.
So he's like a legitimate good guy.
He's a legit good guy.
Okay.
But at the same time, he's also a badass who's been knocked down, gotten back up, paid his dues, and you've seen him grow.
He's your guy's Daniel Bryan.
Kinda.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Except he's not like a little goat guy.
No, I know, but I
You know,
mean,
he's
character-wise.
full size. But
Okay.
yeah, he got knocked out by Conor McGregor 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Which
All right.
I'll still say was kind of almost in the back of the head shot, but whatever. But since then he's gotten back up, fallen, gotten back up, fallen, got the interim championship, got smothered by Khabib Nurmagomedov, which is no.
He's beaten everyone, though.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being beaten by Khabib.
Right.
He kills everyone. So, out of everyone who's currently active, he is the best lightweight in the world.
Okay.
So a long
Nice.
roundabout, yes.
Okay.
It was worth the money.
Yeah,
And then in
there
the
you go.
co-main event, Michael Chandler comes over from Bellator, gets a knockout in the first round to prove that he belongs, because he's been the face of Bellator for like the last 10 years.
Okay.
And now he's finally made it over to the UFC to prove that he can hang with the quote-unquote big boys.
The Doug
Yeah.
Flutie.
Yeah, and first night out, he beats number 6 with a first-round knockout.
There you go.
Impressive.
Yeah.
By the way, those of you who don't know, we run this show live on YouTube Tuesday nights on our YouTube channel. It's usually 7:30 p.m. Central, but tonight it was 8 p.m. Central. And one person joining us on checking out the YouTube is Dan Sayalana, the co-host, I should say, of Down for the Count
Nice.
on ESPN San Antonio, who they were kind enough to have me on last week, talk a little wrestling with them. So shout out to Dan and Brandon and the folks at ESPN San Antonio.
Nice.
Gotten to work with those guys so many times between Down for the Count, Jason Minix and Rob and everybody that does great on-air work there. So shout out to Dan and Brandon. So, all right, before we get to the Royal Rumble, we thought it was going to be just the regular Royal Rumble week, get it ready, and then WWE decides to just throw a big old piece of news out there on Monday morning. When it was announced, the story was first broke by Variety, that WWE has sold the exclusive streaming rights to WWE Network to NBC Universal. So WWE Network, starting in March, I think it's March 18th, will be on Peacock.
In the United States.
In the U.S.
I had
That's
not
correct.
heard that.
Yes. This is like I said, this is a huge deal because, and again, this is just in the U.S. So if you're in Canada or somewhere else,
UK.
you gotta watch it. However I think Canada, it's an actual cable channel. I think same thing in the UK, but in the U.S., if you are a subscriber to the WWE Network, it will get transferred to being a Peacock.
Yeah,
subscriber.
congratulations. You now have
so-
Peacock, and you can now watch the new reboot of Saved by the Bell.
Yes, plus all the
Am I
the
sitting
Office.
next to Jordan Wahlberger here? What's going on?
Man, my hair is never
Jordan-
going to be as good.
Justin.
Admittedly.
Jordan.
I mean, the
So,
guy has great hair, man.
He does.
Yeah.
If he was a
so
wrestler, that'd be his gimmick.
Oh, by the way, he's turning 40 this weekend. Everyone say happy birthday to Jordan.
Jordan is turning 40.
Yeah.
God, he's such a child.
Happy birthday, Jordan.
Yes, happy birthday, Jordan. Jordan Wahlberger, the co-host of Fight Night.
Dude is going to Mexico in the middle of a pandemic for his birthday.
Of
I'm like,
course
what-
he is.
Like, who are you, the mayor? What's going on here?
Of course he is. So,
That's a good one. That was good.
Thank you.
Very topical.
Thank you.
so let me get your reaction to that real quick. Again, they're gonna, that means Fastlane and WrestleMania, you will watch it on Peacock on the WWE Network on Peacock.
So will your WWE Network logins still work on the network itself, or do you have to?
I think
move
the
everything
network
over to the Peacock.
they will
and then log in
transfer
there.
it. So I don't know if you need to create an account for Peacock or what. I have an account. I've already created one because I wanted to check it out. So I assume that as long as I'm logged into Peacock, I can watch the network.
Yeah, it's like if you're already logged into ESPN Plus.
Right.
Just one of those things. It's going to just transfer you over to the watch ESPN games if you want to watch them, and then tell you have to
Right.
pay for it if you didn't
So you
have
log
access
into
to
your
it.
WWE Network app, it'll just move you over to. It'll just say, "Hey, we're
The
transferring." you to
WWE
Peacock.
network will be gone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I needed
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah.
It will be gone.
Completely gone. Wow.
Completely gone.
Yeah.
It will now be now they did not
But only in the U.S.
they
Yes.
did not disclose the financial terms, although most reports are saying it's a 5-year, around a $1 billion deal for NBC Universal to get the WWE Network. So, all live pay-per-view events, including WrestleMania and SummerSlam, Fastlane, will be the first pay-per-view to stream on Sunday, March 21st. Original series like Broken Skull Sessions, Undertaker Last Ride, and others. In-ring shows like NXT, NXT UK, 205 Live. Network archives, including every WWE, WCW, and ECW pay-per-view. Documentaries. And starting in 2022, one signature documentary annually.
Wow.
So basically, they became HBO films.
Yeah, that's
Kinda like that,
that's a lot of
yeah.
content.
Yeah, that's a bit. Now, one thing I have heard, or at least I've heard theorized, is that now there is no basis for this. This is not being reported anywhere. This is just pure unadulterated speculation. But this could be a first step towards NBC Universal eventually buying WWE.
Wow.
Now, there's a couple roadblocks to that. One, namely, is the fact that your other primetime show, SmackDown, is on a competing network, namely Fox. So there's that. Two, as long as Vince is alive, he's not selling. So,
I mean, he won't even give up control of the creative control.
No.
Let alone sell.
no, he won't. So anyway,
So a terrific deal for both parties. And for the viewer.
And for the
Honestly,
viewer.
everybody wins.
Yeah.
yeah, the viewer's not going to pay anymore. In fact,
You get more content for what you were already paying
Yeah.
if you had WWE Network
Yeah, I
for
was
$9.99.
actually wondering.
actually, if you get their what they call the Peacock Premium, it's $4.99 a month. So you're actually going to save $5 a month.
If
That's
you
a good
want,
point.
if you want the ads,
Yeah,
if you don't
that's-
want the ads,
yeah.
you pay what you were paying for WWE Network, which was $9.99 a month.
Wait.
Yes.
So
But you also
one's
get all
premium?
the plus. There's Premium and there's Premium Plus.
Oh, good Lord.
Premium Plus is the ad-free one.
And
what's the point of premium then?
if you want ads, and it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So,
So what's
$5
premium
Plus, if you are
no ads, more expensive.
and it doesn't matter for anybody
No
in
ads
Austin.
cheaper?
No,
No
no,
ads more
no,
expensive.
no, ads cheaper.
Okay,
no
so
ads, more
Regular
expensive.
regular Peacock, ads free.
Yes.
Peacock Plus or premium.
Premium Plus
No.
with no ads is $9.99 a month.
And so what's the point of Plus or premium?
It's
That
the
with ads.
in-between-
Now there is a free version,
But there's ads.
but it's limited.
Yeah, you wouldn't get the WWE stuff on the free version. You would have to pay at least
okay.
the $4.99 to get
Right.
the WWE stuff.
Okay.
Right.
But as a soccer fan, I was very against having to pay for Peacock because it just hasn't been a good streaming service, and I didn't want to have to pay extra for soccer games that I felt should already have been on NBC Sports Network. So I was just not
But
paying
they're
for
shutting
it.
that down at the,
Yeah.
by the
Exactly.
end of the year. So.
Exactly. I was just holding out at the stake a principle. But now you get all this. If you like The Office, you can watch The Office. I'm not an Office guy. But again, the Saved by the Bell, kind of like,
Yeah.
it's kind of
there's
like
some
Cobra
other stuff.
Kai.
Yeah.
You're
A little bit of stuff.
It's a little creepy right there, but
So anyway,
but
there is-
hopefully,
What, that I don't like The Office?
that you prefer kids show to The Office. I'm just messing with you, dude.
It's all like, what?
But hopefully that the Peacock will be much better for streamers than ESPN Plus has been because it was crap Saturday night for UFC 257.
well, that's true.
I literally had
That's
to
true.
yell at my friend because he hadn't ordered when I got to his house.
Right.
I'm like, what are you doing? It's a McGregor fight. This place is gonna be horrible later
And
on.
let's not forget,
Yeah.
And it
last year around WrestleMania time, there was a lot of talk about Disney buying it, and it would end. So WWE Network would end up, or at least the pay-per-views would end up on ESPN Plus. So now that's out of the window. In fact, from what I've heard,
say
ESPN's pre-going.
Good.
wash. They're going to go. They're pretty much washing away anything WWE related.
Really?
So Chad will be
Outside
happy
of you
again.
may see you might see something on SportsCenter say Shaq shows up in the wrestling ring,
Mm-hmm.
which right now it would not be
Be
in
AEW,
WWE.
yeah.
It'll be in AEW. So, all right. So Royal Rumble this weekend, this Sunday, 7 p.m.
Sunday.
7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central on the WWE Network. Coming to us from the Thunderdome.
Oh, you weren't expecting that.
I was not ready.
That's why you just
AKA Tropicana Field.
because this
in
guy
Tampa,
jumped. You
the
couldn't see it.
home of the Rays. I had it popped up.
I'm on
right.
air, man.
The people on
I
YouTube
know.
could see that,
Yeah.
but the people over the air
So,
can't.
You look
That
at
was
it,
funny
You
though.
look at it and squeal like a little girl.
I know.
I wouldn't judge you if you did.
As it stands now, we only have 5 matches, and that includes the men's and women's Royal Rumble matches.
I'm okay with that.
Wow.
So 3 so far. Again, we'll see if maybe a match or 2 gets added, this Friday on SmackDown. But as it stands now, you've got the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Charlotte Flair and Asuka defending those titles against Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler.
You got the
Honestly, I'll be honest. So the other 2 matches, Roman Reigns defending the Universal title against Kevin Owens in a last man standing match, and then Drew McIntyre defending the WWE Championship against Goldberg. We're not going to see a title change this weekend.
well. You forgot the most important
I take
thing.
that. I'll take it back. There is the
24/7.
twinge of fear. No, the twinge of fear that they're going to have Goldberg win the title, and then Miz cashes in and wins the title from Goldberg.
No way.
I don't think that's going to happen. I really do think Drew walks out of there as the champ.
Yeah, I think right now you
But-
have to have Drew in the title match at WrestleMania.
I mean, I would love to see Miz cash in and lose, because I think the Money in the Bank thing has been an absolute disaster this year, or this last 12 months. So
But you think they're not going to learn their lesson though?
no, of course not. Of course not.
Well, that's just it. The whole
Next
thing.
year they're going to put it on.
Peacock?
No, Dominic.
Oh,
Just because. Why not?
Why not? So anyway, anybody see a title change this weekend?
yeah, those tag titles.
Yeah, I was going to say the tag
So you
titles.
think Nia and Shayna will get them back?
Yeah,
Yeah, and somehow Lacey will be involved. and
Exactly.
Ric Flair will screw something up.
That's possible.
Now I'm hoping for a couple more tag team matches,
We'll see.
SmackDown tag matches.
I think the right now I haven't seen anything as far as SmackDown. The current champions,
Well, you got
Rudolph, Dirty Dogs, whatever you want to call them,
Eight
Dolph Ziggler,
something aces, dirty dog ace.
something
yeah. No,
like that.
they call them dirty dogs.
They
That's
keep-
what we called
They've
themselves
had
last
like
time.
they have had like 3 names in the last.
Yeah,
month.
yeah. It's silly.
I'm okay with it though. It gives them something to do.
And the Raw Tag
That's
Champs, who are the Raw Tag Champs?
It's Hurt
Oh, the
Business.
Hurt Business.
Hurt Business. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll see them.
The best faction
Yeah,
in
so-
WWE right now.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah.
All right, so
But I mean, you left out the most important thing is the fact that Bad Bunny is going to give us a live performance of his song Booker T.
that's true. That's true.
I
you
thought
just
you were
heard.
gonna say we might get a sneak preview of Sami Zayn's documentary.
I would hope
I
so.
hope so.
By the way,
I hope so.
I love Sami Zayn right now.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm not
he's
the only
fantastic.
one that's been loving his
No,
character
he's
work.
Great.
That's good
He's
stuff.
so good. Like even that interaction that he had with what's his name when he was walking down the ramp last week. Oh, it was Dolph Ziggler.
Oh yeah.
He was like, "You tell him, Dolph." Let me. And like they had this interaction, and they were both joking
Yes,
with each other. It
it
was
is
so
really good.
good.
Really good. All right, let's get to the Royal Rumble matches. Well, and I'm just do is ask for who you think is going to win.
Okay,
let's
before-
start with the women's match first because we're running short on time. Women's match
this-
right now. The participants that are listed: Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Tamina, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Shayna Baszler, Bianca Belair, Bayley, Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, Peyton Royce.
But do we see Becky Lynch? That's the question I wanted to ask.
No,
That's a little. It seems a little
No.
quick.
no.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, because she was like the most over person. What?
Yeah,
before
but
the
she
pandemic.
just had
Yeah.
a child.
Yeah. It's. I know it's possible. I know it's possible.
Anything's possible, but
You don't see
I
it now.
seriously doubt
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Well, then who deserves to win this thing besides Charlotte Flair?
I keep hoping for Shayna.
I just don't see it.
She needs.
She just doesn't seem that over.
That's why you win the Rumble.
I know, but like
And you got the
I
whole
don't,
road to WrestleMania to get over. It happened with Drew McIntyre. He wasn't over.
I don't think she would be over with the fans right now because Vince wouldn't allow that to happen right now.
Okay,
Well, I wonder-
what fans? There are going to be no fans. It's the Thunderdome.
No, they're gonna have fans in attendance.
No, they're going to have fans in attendance at WrestleMania, not at the Royal Rumble.
Those screens don't count.
No, they don't.
But I don't want her to be over. I don't want her to be over as a face. She needs a. She's got legit heel heat,
Yeah,
and they need to keep building that and let it happen. Let her be her.
They need her to be what she was in NXT.
Yeah, they need everyone to be what they are in NXT. But Vince.
But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm on default to Charlotte just because it's kind of toss your hands up at this point.
you know what my real guess?
What? Who?
Alexa Bliss. Boom.
That wouldn't surprise me, and it would make me cringe, but it wouldn't surprise
that'd be
me.
cool. That'd be cool though.
Somehow she fiended out in the middle of the Rumble.
Yep.
And just ended up throwing everyone over, even though she's.
Yeah.
Or she
Four
has
foot
costume
11.
change, like you said earlier.
Yeah.
And then she just comes back as
Like
another
she's
person.
hosting the Oscars.
Yeah,
All
she
right,
rolls
in the
out,
men's
goes over the
match.
ring.
Yeah.
Men's match. So far, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Jeff Hardy, Cesaro, Otis, Shinsuke Nakamura, Jey Uso, AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, Miz, Edge, John Morrison, Sheamus, and Mustafa Ali. Now, I would say this. I could see Seth coming back. Seth Rollins.
Yeah, but do you want to see it? I was
Not
gonna say
necessarily.
nobody. I don't think anybody
I've
wants to
long
see it
made my
happen.
feelings made on.
Not necessarily,
that makes
but
sense.
I would say that's more likely than Becky.
Oh well, in that case, yeah,
Yeah.
that no doubt.
Leave the women and children at home and go looking for supper.
I'm sticking with what was talked about for the last couple of months is that Big E. It needs to be Big E. Big E needs to challenge Roman.
I think you're right.
You're gonna give him the top spot
Yes.
already.
Yes.
When Roman just came back
I
after
know.
being delayed, and he's having like the best run of his career.
Yes.
And you're gonna uprail that just because
Yes.
you're ready to give Big E the platter to see if he sinks or swims when you're on Fox. I
Yes.
don't know. I don't think that's the
I don't
route
know if
they're
they
going.
automatically give him the belt off it, but you at least start a feud that
Get the
lasts through SummerSlam.
Let's
or
start.
something.
Let's start the program.
Maybe he picks up the
I'm
belt
gonna say
like
Big E.
SummerSlam.
You are planning on the WWE to do long term storytelling?
You're right. That's a.
I mean, come on,
I
y'all.
know.
What am I,
I know.
stupid?
Silly, but hey. why not?
Let's just admit that everybody wants to see Daniel Bryan win the Rumble because
I'd like
he's
to see
never
Daniel
done
Bryan.
it. Give him his last title run because he's probably going to retire after this year.
Yeah.
No, my
I'd
dark
like to see
horse.
Daniel. Dark horse.
Jey Uso.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Definitely
could
see
see
that
that.
happening.
Yeah.
And it can really run with the bloodline
Yeah.
storyline.
Yeah, they could.
And they could wrap it up at SummerSlam.
Yeah. And how long is Jimmy out? Still out.
Wouldn't surprise me if he comes back.
Yeah. Because that would be the best faction
That's true.
if they ever bring it back. The Usos, Roman Reigns, then you throw in Naomi.
Oh, that's
Possibly
right.
Apollo Crews.
Oh yeah.
Let's
forgot
not
about
forget
Cruz.
that.
That would be
So-
cool. That would
That
be a
would-
good faction.
Anyway,
Which means
that's
that they won't do it because it makes too much sense.
WWE Royal Rumble this Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central on the WWE Network. Coming to us from the Thunderdome, a.k.a. Tropicana Field. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we'll let you know what's happening in independent wrestling around the area. You're listening to Sports Guys Talking Wrestling on the Horn.
I was running myself.
We
for
went
the Thunder
we went
again.
really long on that segment.
Did we?
So
Sorry about that.
that's okay. That's okay.
I don't have anyone else to talk
cut.
to about these things.
I
I just
know.
have to let it all out.
That's why I was trying to. That's why I was trying to
I know,
rip it
I
out.
know.
We got YouTube. We can now. We can go as long as we want on YouTube. So,
So then we should go back. You really don't see Becky Lynch coming back in time.
no, it's too soon.
When did she have the baby?
A month ago, maybe.
Oh my God, no.
It couldn't have just been a month ago. Had to be at least 2 or
If
3.
it was
No.
I wouldn't bring. You wouldn't think she would come back until at least 3 months at the very earliest.
Yeah,
But
no
more
doubt.
Like 6 or 8,
But I was.
depending on I guess your motherly nature and.
Oh yeah, no doubt. But
Some
right now
people
they're in the
like
middle
it
of a
more.
pandemic. I guess they couldn't be just like moving any. Oh well, if she lives there already, right? I'm
Yeah.
assuming she lives in
But
Florida.
then you're going out around other people, and then you have to go back to your baby. And would you want to put them at risk at this time?
Looks like it was 2 months ago, December 7th.
Yeah,
so
it's too
almost
early.
2 months ago.
I'd say it's
It's still too early. Not to mention with the pandemic and everything. I would be floored if Becky Lynch comes out.
I'd actually still be surprised if Seth Rollins shows up. Just
Oh, I
still,
would too, but
living
I
with
think
the baby.
that's a more likely scenario.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I understand that, but this is America. This is pro wrestling. At that, you don't just get to stay at home with your kids. So somebody's got to come back to work at some
do
point.
if you're-
okay, hold on. Let's back that up just a second. Pro wrestling is not the be all end all of life. She just became a mom.
Yeah, bro. I'm saying that in
Yeah, you
America, in America, if you have these things, you have to go to work regardless if it's a standard job anyways. If you're working at McDonald's, they're not going to give you 3 months maternity leave. This is just
So?
facts.
So
she's
maybe
not a
she stays
McDonald's.
away for a while.
I'm not-
Roman Reigns stayed away for 6-7 months.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
Brock's still gone.
I'm not hating on her for it. I'm just saying that somebody's eventually going to have to come back against their will
I would
Maybe.
if she wants to.
because this is America.
Maybe she decides she wants to do something else.
They can't make her wrestle, and they're not
Peop-
going to cut her.
People,
No.
yeah.
So
Well,
she's
I
basically
don't
People
know
can
about
do
that.
other things besides wrestle.
now.
You don't think they would cut her?
No.
not Becky Lynch.
No.
No,
If they felt like, we're just done paying whatever
they
just
would
to have
cut
her sit
Lacey Evans. They would cut
right in the
they're
middle
not
of the
cutting-
storyline.
They're not
No.
cutting.
No, they're not cutting
Becky
Becky.
Lynch. No.
I think
No.
you guys are giving them too
It
much
look-
credit.
There's levels, man, and she's
Look,
up here,
Vince can be heartless. I don't think he'd be that heartless. I could be wrong.
and he knows that AEW would snatch her up in a second. That's
That's
the main
also
thing.
true.
So no, they're not letting her go.
That's also true. Let's not forget there is another company out there. Actually, there's 3 or 4. Impact, Ring of Honor. Even if she wanted to do really, really, really part time, well, they don't have a women's division. MLW doesn't have a women's division, so. But Impact, Ring of Honor, I could see it easily. AEW, absolutely.
My Impact hasn't been recording the last couple weeks. I gotta figure out what's going on.
They've been
with that.
doing some good stuff.
Yeah, I love their crossover stuff. This is great.
The crossover stuff has been interesting, and it's been good. I just saw for Dynamite, it's going to be Good Brothers and Young Bucks against Dark Order.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Now, that's a
So
good matchup
Impact
right
World
there.
Tag Team Champs, AEW World Tag Team Champs against probably the most popular faction right now in pro wrestling.
Which is weird.
So
Isn't it weird?
It really
it's
is.
sad, but
And
it
the
is
way it
weird
happened
and
is
sad. Yeah,
And it's just weird that they are still using, what was it, Brody Jr.?
they have
negative one?
-1. In fact, there was a picture I saw a good from Bryce Brimsberg, one of the referees for AEW, posted a picture of Brody Jr.'s younger brother wearing a referee shirt with all the refs. So
Nice.
Bryce and
Is he negative
Aubrey.
two?
He is -1, 2, 3. So you had Rick Knox, you had Aubrey Edwards, you had Bryce, Frank Gastineau, our good friend, and -1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I think his name's Nolan.
Okay. Dude, when,
In fact, I could swear they were saying Nolan Ryan. I'm going, so Brody Lee named his son after the Ryan Express?
kind of cool.
He's a big hockey fan. I didn't know he was a baseball fan. So
But yeah, when -1 through the papers last week,
that was, oh my God.
I
that
fell
was
out.
so fantastic.
that was great.
It was.
My birthday was last week.
Idiots. Oh, it's so good. Let's see. We got somebody else. Poro from Argentina.
Ooh.
Hey, Poro, how you doing?
Hola.
Hey, man, I think Fight Night's big in Argentina.
Hey, well, apparently, I guess we are too.
Yeah.
So,
Either that or they're using a VPN.
Yeah, for
so
real.
you got
Just somebody here in Austin using a VPN,
maybe.
watching Netflix.
Well,
in
no, he
Argentina.
says he's from Argentina.
"Oh, we all be from
So-
Argentina." Over
Bienvenidos.
Sure.
Bienvenidos, hola. Yo me gusta. Quilmes. See,
Sure.
it's a beer.
What he said.
He'll know what's up.
Okay.
I'm like,
What he said. Anyway, they were. Did you like the fact they were pushing? So Drew brought up that Goldberg has a new streak, in that whenever he this latest run,
Oh yeah.
when he is challenged for a title, he doesn't lose. Because he beat the Fiend for the Universal title, he beat Kevin Owens for the Universal title.
but
All it does is bury your everyday talent. Why would you keep doing that?
I don't know, and I really.
See, this all goes back
it
to
would
the
su-
WWE going public.
Yes.
and Vince selling shares, and now you have to keep your share price up, keep your shareholders happy. Something happens, the ratings dip. Oh, the shares drop. Oh, you got to bring the shares back up, and the ratings back up.
But
now
see,
you got
that's
to bring
the thing.
back the old guys and bury the young guys.
They're still making money.
And again, there's no building for the future.
Right. They're still making money because they got the money from Fox. Now you got money coming in from NBC Universal for the network. So no matter what their on-air content looks like, they've got money coming in.
And I
remember,
don't know if that's a good
stockholders
thing or not.
stockholders don't usually care about ratings. They want to see their stock go up,
Well, it depends on who's watching and how they're doing it.
which means they want the company to be profitable.
You get a few of them that see that the ratings are down. They're like, oh, I'm going to sell. And if that can,
yeah,
that
but
can
I
start
don't
a
think
run.
I don't think that's gonna
But
hurt them
them
much.
them not having to worry about whether or not the content is making money.
That's not good.
That's scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not good for viewers. It's not good for fans.
No.
Yeah, if you're a real fan, like, you know, and you've been following the product for a while, this is something that you're probably not really going to enjoy, because the way that wrestling's already changed enough, and I know, because that's like the ever-going argument is that it's not the way it used to be when I was watching it when I was a kid or when I was growing up. And that's understandable, because it's not meant for us anymore. It's a product that's meant for somebody that's supposed to be young, and we just happen to like that product, you know, time after time after time. But it always changes.
Yeah.
Now we're getting to the point where it's like, okay, this great fluctuation of what's going to happen next is really uncertain, because, like you guys have already said, they don't have to really answer for anything. They've made all their money, and they're going to make more.
The company's going to be profitable.
Yeah.
Stock prices are going to go up.
And I'm having that same problem in the UFC because whatever pay-per-view they have, there's a floor that they'll make from ESPN.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
They'll like put on like 10 crap fights and then maybe 2 decent fights
Yep.
at the top of the card. Sometimes just one.
Oh, so it's like
Because-
Saturday Night Main Event.
Yeah, because they're in the content business and not the sport business.
Look at-
and it's killing me.
Look at the difference between Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
SmackDown has, consistently been the better show.
I think 2 hours is easy
I mean,
to work with,
I
though.
laugh, yes, and that does play into it a lot. 2 hours versus 3.
But 3 hours gets you that extra hour commercial content, man.
Yeah.
And
people pay
advertising
still.
money
Yeah.
and all that good stuff. and
But
I
don't they
get
have
that.
more wrestlers on Raw too?
Yes.
You know, when they do the draft, they get 2, SmackDown gets 1.
Yes.
Right,
So
but-
they
you gotta
have
fill
more
out.
talent. They just don't know how to use it.
They just don't have anything. When's the last time we saw Braun Strowman on TV? When's the last time we saw Aleister Black on TV?
Yeah.
I mean, there are
We just keep seeing
wrestlers.
Ricochet get beat up by Retribution.
Yes, I mean it's just, you and
should
I have
just
had
join
this
him.
thing about look,
I thought he was.
they're getting the paycheck, they're getting their money, they're playing their role.
Mm-hmm.
I get that, but at the end of the day, there's got to be something to the creative aspect. That was a big reason why John Huber, Luke Harper left WWE.
Yeah, Moxley too.
And Dean Ambrose, John Moxley, and ended up signing with AEW, was because of the creative freedom. Now, yes, Tony Khan probably wrote a really big check for both of them.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure he can do that. Own the Jaguars
Or
I
his
wonder how-
dad, whichever one.
or his dad. He's got Fulham FC. They're doing okay. Plus, Jacksonville just hired Urban Meyer, so
Yeah.
that's a whole nother can of worms.
Oh, he hasn't had a heart attack yet.
No, not yet. We haven't checked. We got to check.
I think he got the bullet.
Must be that Bojangles he gets to eat over in Jacksonville.
But yeah, it's you got to imagine. Eventually, there's got to be that something inside you that says, "Yes, I'm making money, but I'm not being fulfilled creatively."
Yeah.
And when does that overtake the desire to get a good paycheck?
And my question is, when does that overtake Vince himself? When does he just go, God, this is crap. What am I doing?
I don't
We
think
need to change it up.
that's the thing. I
And
don't think Vince does.
I don't think so either.
You
That's
know,
the
we've
problem.
had the talk has always been, and I would say that the sale of the network to NBC Universal solidifies it even more.
And that's why I wrote it as soon as
WWE
I
is
heard
not
about
a
it.
wrestling company. They're an entertainment corporation that puts on a show about a wrestling company,
Thank you. See, now you finally see it
like
now.
you like to say,
Because I was going to
Like
say,
Glow.
yes,
Lucha Underground.
yeah.
Yeah.
But see,
Except that was fun.
I mean, that was an extension of AAA in Mexico. But and you're right. it was fun for a while. Now towards the end, it was getting really just out there.
I kept worrying someone was going to fall down those damn stairs.
For real, right? Like in a rush.
I know.
But see, this is what I achen it to now because Saturday Night Live is on NBC, right? It's an institution, right? And there's been some really, really lean years, right? Some years where you probably can't even name some of the dudes that randomly appeared on it. And that's what WWE has been ever since essentially the WWF Raw era.
Attitude era,
No,
I
before
even go
that,
back.
like the new generation before that, like when they first start launching Raw, it's now become like a who's who. Who have you been on Raw? Were you on SmackDown? Did you get to be at a WrestleMania? It's like being on Saturday Night Live. Like, did you get to host? Were you in the opening skit? And it's like there's so many seasons of that show. There's so many seasons of Raw. There's so many seasons of SmackDown. That's what it's become. And to go back further to the point about Vince McMahon, when it comes to Vince, he will never ever say that his product is bad because look what just happened. His product has been so stale and mediocre for a while, but he just made this big sell.
Yes,
very true.
And it's all like
he just made $1 billion.
How you ever supposed to be like, yeah, I can listen to my critics, but they're not the ones that just made another $1 billion doing it the way that I've been doing it for the last 40 years.
How are you going to tell him he's wrong? He's
Exactly.
still getting paid,
That's true.
bundles of money.
I mean, so how are you ever supposed to change that dude's mind if he just keeps on falling upwards?
He really is Dana White. They're the same person.
They're
They're just younger.
Yeah.
But you
Dana's
know,
younger.
They just sold like almost 2 million pay-per-views. Didn't even put a belt on the line.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor's back for the first time in a year, and they sell like 2 million pay-per-views.
It's a name.
How are you going to tell him he's wrong?
It's the same thing, as much as I hate when it happens. Same thing when Brock Lesnar comes on.
Yeah.
When Brock's in the ring, for whatever reason, everybody thinks that's...
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
'Cause it's
and
awesome.
It's not. No.
he says it's not.
It's
How can
the
you not be
same-
impressed?
Because he's been doing it for so long.
Everybody watched Goldberg. He does the same thing for the last 25 years.
And guess what? And I'm a Goldberg fan. Guess what? I don't want to see him against Drew.
I don't want to see that either, but I would take Brock versus Drew again. I would totally be down for that.
I don't want to see Brock.
Because
period.
Brock can legitimately hurt somebody if he really wants to. Because we've seen it.
I know, but still, I'm bored with it.
Brock also doesn't look
I'm
like he's
bored with-
55.
Yeah, that too.
That's true.
And he still jumps from the bottom to the top of the apron, which is super impressive for a man his size.
Yeah, very
Like
true.
the agility
Sure.
is still there, the suplexes are still there.
You're not
Paul
gonna-
Heyman's still there.
It's not going to change the fact that I'm bored with. Now, again,
No.
this is me.
Yeah.
I'm also the guy that doesn't like the Fiend. I think.
See what I have to work with.
In fact, it would do my heart good to see him come out as Wyndham Rotunda. Or maybe IRS Jr. for that matter.
Wow.
No.
We-
But
Listen,
not the. I couldn't care
Marijuana
less.
is still illegal here in Texas. Stu,
I
okay?
know.
I need
They're
you to
working on it.
Get off whatever you're on.
But they're working on it.
Put it aside.
That CBD.
I'm
you've been
not
taking.
the one. No.
IRS Junior, you're smoking something.
Yeah, IRS Junior. Did you love IRS Senior?
No, I like Mike Rotunda. I wasn't crazy about IRS.
But
Yeah.
which Mike Patunda? Like the captain? Like with the little
Varsity Club.
No,
No,
the,
Varsity Club.
Oh well, I mean,
With
he
Kevin
was,
Sullivan
he was
and Rick
also
Steiner?
the captain with the
with Barry
little
Windham.
hat thing
Rotunda.
too.
That was my guy.
Right.
What they call that tag team?
Something Express.
Oh, the American
US
Express.
Express.
U.S.
US
Express.
Express,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way back early
Hey,
WWF.
hey! Don't date me.
Don't they hold it?
You're the
I'm
one
the
that's-
one that's over 50. So
Yeah. Let's remember that.
yeah. U.S. Express. They were once managed by.
Captain Lou.
There you go. There you
My
go.
rubber bands.
Loved Captain Lou.
Oh God, yes. Oh,
I used to
Captain
want to do that
Lou.
with my goatee.
But yeah, I mean, like, how can you ever tell Vince anything? He's like Jerry Jones. It's like
Yeah.
he bought the Cowboys. They won Super Bowls. Oh, he's got to be right. The way I've done it, I just made more money. I built this
Yeah,
huge
the
stadium.
team might not be winning, but
Where's
look at the bottom line.
Here you go. And this
Found a
is not being
shit.
recorded, but yeah, just like Jerry Jones.
I've been confused many times between my dreams and reality.
That's a great drop.
That is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds like my dating life.
Yeah, he told us that on November 28th of 2019.
Many times. And
In
probably
front
many
of the
times
Cowboys
since.
locker room. I'm pretty sure it was a loss. This was after Jerry said that they were going to go on like a big streak to make it to the playoffs, and they didn't. and I'm standing there with Clarence Hill and a lot of the DFW media, and they're all just looking at him like, oh my God, he actually said this. Yeah.
Are you not covering the Super Bowl?
Not going to the Super Bowl this
No,
year.
no, but you're not going to cover it virtually? Like, I saw a lot of people are covering it virtually.
What do you mean cover it virtually?
Yeah, I mean, they're still in
Zoom
their
interviews?
interviews. Yeah, like you said.
There's probably I've gotten a few offers to get some interviews. I may do a few. In fact, that's how I got Mickey James, because she's usually one of my Super Bowl interviews. So, probably won't be as much, but I may get a few. So we'll see. Let's wrap this puppy up so we can get to the pool.
Oh, we're going to the pool? We're going skinny dipping?
Woohoo!
I mean, the weather was nice today.
It was. All right, here we go.
Hey, this is The Stinger, and you are listening to Sports Guys Talking Wrestling, where it's always showtime. Tune it in, and then tear off the knob.
Sports Guys Talking Wrestling on the Horn. Stu Myrick, Justin Smash Simmons, and Eddie Cross from Fight Night. You want me to hit your sound again? Really? Hold on. Get to the right board. There you go.
I complained that I don't even have my own bump on this show. It's
I
been
know.
like 5 years.
It's awful. It's awful.
Just Google your name, see what happens.
We got a few cards going on this weekend in independent wrestling. We got to let you know about those.
A lot of Justin Timberlake.
We're going to start in Haltom City. VIP Wrestling will present This Card is Fire Friday at the Haltom Theater in Haltom City. Bell time 8 p.m. JTG will be there. Alexander Hammerstone, Matt Cross, Shane Taylor, Jonathan Gresham, and more. That's VIP Wrestling this Friday in Haltom City. New Texas Pro Wrestling presents Evolve, no seminar necessary, Saturday at Houston Premier Arena in Houston. Bell time 7 p.m. Mysterious Q will be there. Ruthless Ryan Davidson, T-Ray, Roxy, and more. That's New Texas Pro Wrestling this Saturday in Houston. And then Lions Pride Sports presents Surrounded Saturday at the Lions Den in Bryan. Bell time 7 p.m. Rodney Mack, Will Alday, Kate Carson, Maddie Renkowski, and more. That's Lions Pride Sports this Saturday in Bryan. And that's a look at independent wrestling around the area. All those shows will be observing all the different COVID protocols. So wear your mask, be safe. But if you feel so inclined, make sure you support some independent wrestling this weekend. You heard the little Sting drop. AEW, Sting has his first match slated. He will team with the TNT champion Darby Allin in a street fight against Taz and Ricky Starks at AEW Revolution. Excuse me.
Taz is actually wrestling?
He's involved in it.
Card
It's
subject to change?
Taz.
We'll see. Remember, Sting's older than Taz. Sting's in his 60s. So, in fact, I saw Ricky Starks a couple weeks ago at AAPW, and I told him, he was to be gentle with Sting.
Yeah, don't pull a Seth Rollins.
Yeah. He had to be nice.
I'm still upset.
So,
I mean, yeah, I
and
understand.
Ricky just looked at me like I was crazy.
Still would probably got the Undertaker Sting match out had that not happened, the injury. But excited. I mean, the whole point of this is to kind of get you to look at these younger guys.
Right.
Like if you haven't been watching the AEW product, they're hoping that Sting and Taz will get you to, hey, it's like this is Ricky Starks and this is Darby Allin.
And those were two of my favorites.
Yeah.
And just like Samoa Joe, I was upset that Taz never got his title run.
Yeah, I agree. I got to thinking it was...
Next it'll be Shayna Baszler.
Let's see. It
Probably.
was 5 years ago last week that we saw Ricky Starks and Sammy Guevara it was at least my first Inspire Pro card that I got to go to. Ricky Starks was still the Inspire Pro champion. But yeah, Ricky and Sammy, now look at them.
Yeah.
Big stars with AEW. We knew him when. And so couldn't be happier, couldn't be prouder of him. So there are rumors. Nothing has been confirmed by anybody, but there are rumors I think that pay-per-view, AEW Revolution, is slated for like February 27th. There are rumors they move. That's a Saturday. There are rumors they may move it to that Sunday because there might be a UFC pay-per-view that weekend with 3 titles.
I was just thinking that date sounds familiar.
So nothing's been confirmed yet. Right now, it's just speculation, but the word is out there that they may move it to a Sunday night. It would be their first Sunday pay-per-view.
Well, they own the stadium.
Since the inception.
That's a good point.
This is true.
They can get the dates whenever they want.
That's true. It's Daly's place, so they can do it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Like, again with WWE, the Thunderdome is at Tropicana Field. Well, we got what, maybe 2.5 months before baseball starts. I have not heard like if they've pushed it back or whatever. I think as of right now, pitchers catchers report early February, so we'll see.
They'll just move to the Hard Rock Cafe.
Hard Rock Stadium, you mean?
Yeah.
So they go to Miami?
Why not?
Isn't there a
They've done
basketball arena somewhere?
Orlando. They've done Orlando. They've done Tampa. Maybe, yeah, I guess you can go Miami.
What's the closest basketball arena?
Let's see.
Well,
that would
you
be
could play where the Magic play right now.
Wasn't
The
that where they
Amway,
were?
But they were there already.
They were there,
but
yeah.
they left because the Orlando's going to be using it,
All right.
the Magic, and then Tampa Bay. There's the hockey arena, but the hockey team's using it right now.
That's right.
And then in
NHL.
Miami, yes, there is a basketball arena. It used to be the American Airlines Arena, but now, I'm sorry, are we still recording?
Yes,
Oh,
we're
my
still
apologies.
recording.
I
That's
shouldn't
okay.
waste this time on that. But
It's okay. It's okay. Thankfully we can edit. So, but you're right. They've got some choices to make in the next month or two. We'll see. We know WrestleMania is going to be at Raymond
There's
James
always
Stadium.
a Capitol Wrestling Center.
what about if they run
It's true.
Daytona?
Oh my God.
And then they really go back to their roots and get their
Hey,
Southern fans.
Why not?
Like they lost their Southern fans.
I guess they never really had Southern fans.
After race weekend, crazier
exactly.
things have happened.
I mean, February, you only get one date there.
And that'll do it for this week's Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. Thanks so much to Mickey James for joining us. You can follow Justin Smash Simmons on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at The Smash Simmons. You can follow Eddie Cross on Twitter at
Eddie Experience, 1 E in the middle.
And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Stu Myrick. That's STEWMYRICK. You can follow the show on Twitter at SGTWATX. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. We are proud to be the official broadcast partner of the Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame, and we're proud to be part of the great lineup you hear every day. On the flagship station for the Texas Longhorns, we are The Horn. Catch us Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Central on The Horn, or catch us anytime on demand by going to hornfm.com and click on the On Air tab, or by subscribing to us on your favorite podcast platform. Again, my thanks to Mickey James for joining me, my thanks to Eddie Cross for joining us, and our thanks to you for giving us a little bit of your time tonight. For everybody, I'm Stu. We will see you at the matches.
Goodbye and good night. Bang!
I'm laughing at you
There we go.
because I had watched Pumping Iron last night.
Oh,
'cause
yeah?
you can watch it for free on
Schwarzenegger?
YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And he was talking about
We're off
the
air, right?
line.
He likes gumming.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes you call him at home and you call him at the gym and you come in all the time.
Yeah,
Yes,
come in all day.
but yeah, he was talking about the posed line. And I was
Yeah.
like, man, you got a good line.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
you're like,
you-
what are you? I thought you're like looking at what I'm pointing at. I'm like, I'm just.
no,
What were you
I was
pointing
like,
at?
no, you.
Are you
have,
pointing
like,
at
a
the
good
Inspire
line.
poster?
No, I was just doing a.
That's
just doing a
exactly-
Oh, you're just posing.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I was like, it's a good pose. Like that's exactly what he was talking about, making sure you had the line. And I was like, oh, you must.
I
be
mean,
I used to
watching
be
it.
really into bodybuilding.
But if you think you,
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
you look at that poster. So you got 3 people that are regulars on AEW with Sammy, Ricky, and Eddie.
Sammy, yeah. Right.
You've got Keith Lee, now on Raw. Ray Rowe, aka Eric,
Oh, there it is. Okay.
on Raw, one half of the Viking Raiders. Who they're about to have a child too. He and Sarah. So congratulations to Ray and Sarah. We love them to pieces. You got a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion in Tim Storm. Let's see who else. What else we got here? Barrett Brown, who's made a big name for himself in New Japan. Let's see where else. Who else? I think that's it. But we've had some good ones. Had some good ones on that show, and throughout the years. So, all right. I say let's draw some numbers and all that good stuff.
So are you just here to like oversee it, like the commission? Because I've won like 3 years in a row, and you guys keep on thinking I'm cheating or something.
There's something funky going on.
That's what I'm thinking. The reason why you might be here. I was all
Also-
like, not that I hate the fact that you are here. I'm
Also,
glad that
just
you
need
are
to get out
here.
of the house.
Yeah.
You need to get out of the house. That's
Yeah.
right. Oh, that's it. That's okay.
So they're gonna
Entertain the
throw it
people real quick while I go grab the drawing table.
First, I need to move my price for a second.
Munch?
Yeah. So let's see.
Gotta get a little.
Did you ever get back to me about that Quilmes? Because if you did, then you know exactly. I was going to ask you if you were still there, River or Boca, because the true Argentinian will have an answer for me. What would you call a person from Argentina? Argentina.
Argentine fan base? I'm going to do this too.
I don't think that Argentina necessarily has a big lucha libre thing. That's really just a Mexico thing. So,
you're right.
so it would be interesting to see like
Well, it'd be fun if they did.
the only real professional wrestler I know. What? There's two from Argentina. It's Pampiro,
Pampiro Furbo?
yeah, who we met, and then
Speaking of which,
Angela-
you know, Vampiro documentary out?
Roca.
Who?
Roca.
Anthony Roca?
Yeah.
Is he from Argentina?
I thought he was Argentine. I thought so. I could be wrong.
Check. There we go. All right.
There's a Vampiro documentary out.
Yes, there is. Gotta be honest, not the biggest fan of Vampiro, but oh well.
I liked him when he was in WCW, but not so much his commentary.
But do you remember when they tried to give him a main event run in WCW towards the end? He was like the main event guy. Yeah.
All right. We're going to turn this.
Yes, see, I know my wrestling. Antonio Rocca, Argentine Italian professional wrestler.
Yes, I remember. Yeah. I thought it was Antonino. Yeah, Antonino Rocca. So, I know it's crazy. So, all right.
Have
Women
these
flocking to this show.
now
know.
before anybody sticks their hands in there? Have those dominoes or have those chips been sanitized?
Chips have been sanitized. Yes.
Nice.
I
UV.
sanitized them. Would you hand me my clipboard down there, please? That's leaning. Yes, you can take the headphones
How many
off.
people do we have in the
No, I don't want to.
There are 6, as always. It is Justin and I from Sports Guys Talking Wrestling, you and Jordan from Fight Night, Patrick Davis from Instant Serious and 512 Radio, and Chad Hastings from Shirts and Skins. All right, so here we go. We are going to first draw to see who gets, draft order, I guess is the best way to put it. First, second, third, on down. Eddie, since you are the guest, you draw first.
All right, thank you.
Just one.
Let's go with this one.
It is PD, Patrick Davis. All right, so Patrick, pull him here. All right. Justin, you draw.
You're welcome, Pat.
It's better just be me.
Patrick's a good dude.
It is.
Justin Simmons gets number 2.
I said it better just be me. I got what I wanted.
Call shenanigans.
I call shenanigans already. All right, my turn. I'm going to draw, and it is Chad Hastings.
I can't. I'm going to be 6. Watch.
All right, you draw. Number 4.
Probably.
Give me that
It's gonna be Jordan.
Who is it?
Stu Myrick.
Me. I get 4. All right, so it's down to either you or Jordan. I promise this is random. You draw.
I'm hoping
It's not
for
going to matter
I'm-
because
I'm
all we're
hoping
doing
for
is getting
you, Eddie.
numbers.
I know.
I'm
this
hoping
stuff.
for you. Oh, it's
Oh,
Jordan.
it's Jordan.
Bad omen. See, I told you I was going to be 6.
So that means Eddie Cross will be number 6.
I'm glad you're here to see that in person.
Now, again, all we're doing is drawing numbers. We're not drawing names. We don't know who's going to be order.
Right.
Now, they did say, what was it, the Saturday night, they're going to do a special WWE backstage. I think they're going to announce the first 2 entrants on the women's side and the last entrant. So they're going to announce number 30 on the men's side.
And do we have Jordan's handy-dandy Excel spreadsheet?
Right there.
That tells us
All the winners for the past.
what positions, yeah. Yes, Dream.
And most of those things are pretty accurate because I remember I'm still looking to pull the double. I want to win the men and the women's Royal Rumble in the same year.
We haven't had that. The closest we had was last year, actually, because I think, let's see, who won?
I had Asuka.
Chad won for Drew McIntyre, and I forget who won.
I won the women's one.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and Drew was 16 and Charlotte was 17.
Yeah, there was a really close chance of getting the double with the numbers, and that.
So you had it close, yeah. So
But like in the past, I think I won like the men's, and then last year I won the women's.
yeah,
but I haven't.
I think
been
I've
able to
won one.
But there's no shenanigans.
There isn't. That's the sad part.
All right.
And
So-
donate my money to charity next year.
Well, that's why I only make it 10
I mean,
bucks.
if you give it to me, it's still pretty charitable, man.
Yeah, there you go. All
I
right.
already get my ESPN Plus money.
All
I
right.
don't really get that much of your.
Patrick
ESPN
Davis's
Plus
first number is
I hope it's 12. 23.
23. We've had two winners, 94 and 2017.
Patrick, you owe me 20%.
All right, Justin, since you're second, I'm going to draw your number. Justin gets 29.
money. Ooh, that's not a bad
Two
number.
winners.
That's not a bad number to have.
2003, 2010.
That's gonna be Becky Lynch's number right there.
All right. Justin, Chad Hastings'
Oh, for Chad.
first number.
We're hoping for number
So,
11.
Chad, blame Justin.
Number 9.
Number
Chad.
9.
Got you.
No winners yet.
I got you, Chad.
Nobody has
historic.
won from the number 9 position.
Looks like Jordan's about to join the live stream.
All right. All right, Eddie. You're drawing for me, actually.
All right.
My first number.
Gets to a 7.
Why not?
6.
Hey, close.
Nobody's won from there.
And nobody's won from 6. All right. All right. Jordan Wahlberger.
All right, Jordan. We're looking for 20. 20.
He wants to stay with the headphones. I don't know.
20.
What do you got?
2.
2. Jordan Wahlberger gets 2. All right. Now for Eddie Cross.
2 winners in the second spot.
I was like,
That's right. 2006 and 1999.
he's going to pull like 4 for you or something.
I'm gonna get like 16.
7.
Oh, nobody's
get
won
7.
from there.
Nobody's won from 7. All right. We start again.
Oh, man.
Patrick Davis. Eddie Cross will draw.
Have to hold Jordan's hand and get him to find a stream.
I know.
12 for Patrick Davis.
All right. 12. Nobody has won from 12.
You're
Justin,
drawing
I
for
got to
me?
draw.
Hey, you better pick like 27. That would be ideal.
30.
Dang,
30.
that's still pretty
3
good.
winners.
I hate you.
2007, 2008, 2016. All right. Chad Hastings.
And I'm supposed to believe there's no shit. Is this thing cold or hotter? See, this chip's really cold.
You think this is like the Patrick Ewing thing?
Yeah, man.
You think the
All
Knicks
right.
are getting the number 1 pick?
What do you got?
Oh, the Chad.
26.
Nobody's won from there.
But nobody's won from 26.
Chad, he's
So
gonna hate
Chad's
me, man.
26.
I've gotten Chad 2
All
numbers
right.
that nobody's won from
Me.
yet.
So you got to draw.
All right. We're going to give Stu number
1.
11. Let's see. 17.
17. All right. 1 winner. Last year, Charlotte Flair.
So then it won't happen this year.
Jordan
That's true.
Wahlberger.
See, you never know what can happen. We're at that
Jordan
point.
just got in on the stream.
Hi,
Hey,
Jordan. And Jordan Wahlberger gets 15. 15. Nobody has won from the 15.
2 and 15, Jordan.
This is the 34th Royal Rumble. And we
So-
have open slots. Last one's for Eddie.
Ooh, Eddie.
Eddie.
Eddie
Give him
for
vibes.
You. I'll give you number 24,
Give
Eddie.
me a 28.
24.
What'd you get?
3.
3. Got number 3. Low numbers for Eddie. But somebody has won in
And it was the
92.
best of all time.
That's
I
right.
got the Ric Flair spot.
You got the Ric Flair spot. That's right.
Dude, okay, if you didn't watch UFC 257, Michael Chandler, who won the co-main event, he pulled out a Ric Flair like with a tear in my eye. This is the best day of my life.
Nice.
Promo.
Very
Very
nice.
Almost finished it up with a Taz, like win if you can. I
Sur-
was like, survive. He didn't pull out survive if I let you, but I was just waiting for it.
Just waiting.
And then I went down a Ric Flair wormhole, watched him beat up Roddy Piper when he first debuted. It was great.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and he and Piper had a great rivalry in Mid-Atlantic, too.
Yeah.
So,
And in WCW too.
yeah, that's right.
Who is this for? Patrick.
Back to Patrick.
Give me this one right here. It doesn't 28. Oh, Patrick, you owe me
28.
Yeah, you should stop using your good
3
luck on
winners.
him.
05, 14, and the women's winner in 19. All right, Justin.
23.
Justin
23.
gets
I think we're due.
24.
Dang.
Another low number. 3 winners.
only 3 winners.
I don't understand.
Oh, it's weird.
Watch me not win anything, man.
All right.
That's what usually
Chad.
happens. For Chad. Chad, number 6 right here, brother. 21.
21. 21. No winners in 21.
Hey, if it makes you feel any better, I am drawing like blanks for Chad right now.
No, because you got 24, 29, and 30.
No, for me, yes, but
Yeah.
for Chad,
Right.
no. I'm saying Chad.
You draw for me.
I'm like saying Chad's not shouldn't be a factor for you now.
5.
5. I got a low number.
Sorry, Stu.
I got a winner, though. 1997.
What? Who
All
won
right.
that? Who won that year?
97.
97.
see.
Do you remember?
I think Stu should know off the top of his head.
That was Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
That was number 1 of his 3.
Wow.
All right. Justin, you draw for Jordan this time.
All right, Jordan. What number do you want that's still left? I'm hoping to get you
A
something.
lot of mid numbers.
Is there anything on the chat?
Oh,
25.
5.
2 winners.
You might get some of that sweet,
1990
sweet
and women
money.
in 2018. I think that was Oscar, in fact. No, it wasn't Oscar. It was women in 2018. Yes,
Yes, it was.
it was. That was the Japan's takeover. Nakamura won that year, too.
Come on, man. Do me right.
Eddie Cross will get
Come on, get him something good. Get him something good.
22.
That's okay.
22. 22. 2 winners.
There's been one.
02 and 12
Oh, you might be due next year.
next year. All right. Let's switch it up a little bit. Justin, you draw for Patrick.
Okay, Patrick. Hopefully my bad luck will extend for you too. 18.
18. 1 winner, 1996. Who was 96 winner, by the way? 96, Shawn Michaels. That was his second. So, all right. Next is Justin Simmons. Eddie, you draw for Justin. He's been
Oh,
drawing
come
for
on,
you.
Eddie.
Give me something. Give me a crap number like 12. Did we already do that?
No, we got 12.
16.
16. 1 winner last year.
It's not happening again.
Yeah, I was going to say.
McIntyre.
But it might be the women's winner this year.
All right, I'll draw for Chad this time.
Yeah, Chad's probably like, please do. He's been
Friend of the show, Drew McIntyre, by the way. Been on the show a couple times. 4. Chad gets number 4. Nobody won from the 4 position.
He's gotten every number that nobody has ever won from.
And you got the number where everyone wins.
Which means he's due. All right, Justin, you draw for me.
All right. For Stu, it's probably going to be like a solid 24. 19.
19.
Still a pretty solid number.
2 winners, 2013, 2015. All right. You draw for your co-host.
For Jordan's 40th birthday, I'm getting him
Number 40. Oh, this isn't the greatest Royal Rumble.
11.
11. No winners from 11. And then Eddie Cross.
I think Eddie should just draw for Eddie now. I was going to tell him you should draw for yourself.
14.
Can't get any worse. 14.
14.
That's Nakamura win.
That's Shinsuke Nakamura, who some people think might win,
Yeah, he looks like he could win it this year.
Yeah, it's possible, but
but we'll see.
Him, Cesaro,
right.
Big E,
I'll
Daniel
draw for
Bryan.
I'll draw for Patrick.
Is AJ Styles in it?
Yes.
He could possibly win it.
somewhere almost is going to catch him and throw him back in.
For real, I can see that.
All right, Patrick, 27. You get the magic one. 4 winners, but nobody's won since 01. Justin Simmons. So Eddie, you draw.
They must feel that it's been played out. Yeah, now they're all.
Big bucks at no whammies. Lost it. Stop. 13.
13. Lucky number 13. 1988.
The Big John Stud number.
That would be Big John Studd. That's right. All right.
Or is that the Hacksaw?
Let's hold on. Give me a second.
Because if it's the first one, it's Hacksaw. If it's the second one, the first pay-per-view.
It was Hacksaw.
Okay, so 89 then is is John.
That's right. All right.
Gotcha.
You draw for Chad.
All right, Chad. I think it can't get any worse now. I only feel like 4. There it is. Oh,
He's got 1. But there have been 2 winners from the number 1 spot.
None this decade, though. None last
You
decade.
draw for me.
Myrick for hosting. Say thank you. Number 8.
8. 1 winner, 2009.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Now I'm just like, who won in 2009?
Here we go.
Was it Jinder?
It's only 2. Yeah, I wonder. No.
Oh, no, it could have been Jinder. I'm just
No,
playing.
it wasn't Gender. 2009. Who was? Randy Orton.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you like his mask?
No, I was surprised how much nose was showing in it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like, you got you right in the face. How come your nose isn't covered?
All right. Final 2.
Can't
Jordan
breathe.
Wahlberger. You get 20, which means Eddie Cross gets number 10.
1 winner.
So there you go. There's the draw. Now, again, we have no idea who are going to be in these slots. We'll find out just like everybody else on Sunday. These will count for both the women's and men's match.
But as you can tell, nothing was tampered with because Eddie was here. We all put our hand in that bag.
That's
it was
right.
filmed. I don't know what else you want us to do.
I still think number 30 was a little cold.
Notice I have no,
I
I,
thought
have
so too.
nothing. I have nothing higher than 19.
29, Justin.
29,
30,
30,
24.
24, yeah.
That is what? 3, 5, 8 winners.
That's a
Justin
good
got-
opportunity.
Justin got a lucky draw.
Hey, I didn't win the $1 billion on the Texas Lotto.
Oh,
Okay.
Me neither.
So this is as close as I'm going to
That's
get.
right. All right, folks. We're going to sign off here. Again, thanks to everybody for joining us. We will catch up with you next week. Until then, have a good night, and we'll see you at the matches.